and welcome to another fantastic episode of Lopithecus and the Organ. Today we're actually joined by our new friend, a special friend, our Casio keyboard from childhood. Very sentimental piece. The screen's a little dinged. There's a couple of things wrong with it, but all part of its charm. Its many charms. So yeah, and you can hear it. It does well. We are currently playing for Elise, a classic Beethoven. I don't even know. I don't know what you'd call it. I guess just a piece, interlude, performance, not, a song. Part of a suite, I'm sure. So that's that. Yeah. This was a nice little change anyway. I think in the last episode I talked a little bit about feeling like we'd lost a little bit of our, I don't remember the word for it, but, it had worn off anyway, a little bit of our kind of new freshness. And so something like this, it's a good change up. Change the pace. Who knows what's coming? Not me. Yeah, so as you can see, we're back. We're back in the trailer. There's no shelf. I'm doing a little bit of construction, a little bit of remodeling in here, but no, same old trailer. Four walls and a door. Ceiling and roof. Ceiling and floor. Yeah, so, no, it's nice to be back in the trailer, where I feel like the sound is somehow more, I like it in here, it makes an echo. Yeah, right now I'm actually, I'm off a little ways, in, Arizona, somewhere in the desert. Really not my best attempt at a camp, but we're doing all right. Some crazy guy, though, I want to say, just real quick, in case he comes like a Nopkin or something. He's a crazy guy, rolling through the desert, blaring his horn and stuff. And I don't think his headlights were working. Something was up. It's a maniac roaming these parts. Never trust a maniac in the desert. That's really, if you take one thing away from this whole series, don't trust a maniac in the desert. Give them water if they need it, and you have it to spare. But other than that, that's your only responsibility to these people, these maniacs in the desert. They'll get you. Yeah, so here we are. It's a beautiful Tuesday night. It's a little late, but that's okay. I wanted to stay up and make this. And so here we are. Yeah. No, I had some ideas for things to talk about. Haven't really gotten the ball rolling too much in terms of suggestions from you fine Lopithecus and the organ listening folks, but that's okay. I want it to be more of a mutual symbiotic type of relationship where I can be having questions thrown at me and then I can answer them in the next episode. But we don't, however it's working. Or it's continuing. But, if there's one theme you could throw on this episode, it'd probably be change, and rolling with change. This podcast has undergone, quite a bit of changes. Even in just like my recording equipment, a couple weeks back, I lost a certain part that would have worked on my microphone, and so I had to improvise a new way to get it running. So that's why you don't see the big behemoth machine back there anymore. Although I'd like to bring it back at some point. And then, I mean, basically, I don't know. We change from day to day. I jumped to that pretty quickly because I ran out of little things that have changed. I mean, other than this keyboard, which is, again, just a great friend. But, it's no organ. Not like the guy underneath, That's my hero. But we do what we can. And this was a fun idea. Yeah, so I think that's like my new motivation is to figure out how to make good changes. I don't like the idea of just plugging away, doing the same thing over and over again, waiting for someone to take notice, That just seems like a waste of my time and yours, yours too. All who are standing by and waiting for the same thing, if that's what we're waiting for. I think we're doing, we're not waiting, we're doing. So we're going to keep doing and changing. And we'll see where that goes. But so I'd like to keep making changes and figuring out how I can make improvements, how things can progress. It's tempting, right? To look at something. It's tempting. Well, it's like, I guess it's hard not to look at something that, I'm not gonna see this whole thing. It's not like an act, It's like this is who I am. And so when I see like, oh man, I don't know that this is really going the way I want it to. It's not like I have to work on my act, It's like I gotta work on myself. So, I don't know. It's good motivation, but it makes you think. It makes you wonder, when is it right? When do you know that this can't go on? That sort of thing. When do you know that it's time to make a change? Because no one's gonna tell you. I think that's like the bottom line. Is that it's something you've got to figure out for yourself. And it's kind of hard to know, right? Because I think so often people are like very prone to giving up on something when all it needs is like a couple of tweaks to get it rolling. Like, well, I guess I'll go back to the farm. I'll try to find another job, although it may be hard. Yeah, that's certainly one possibility. Digging into all of this, it's tough. And you really see, you're just on a roller coaster with no real end in sight. I think we all are. We all are on that ride. And trying to see where we can get back to the starting gate, which is now the ending gate of the ride, was to get back to where we were sometimes. decide, like, I want off this ride, you know? I don't think it's coming back around. That's a tough thing that I think a lot of people jump ship too soon. But it's important to know that there is a time to jump ship. I mean, definitely a proponent of, like, you know, if something's not working, doesn't mean that it's broken. Just means it needs to be fixed. So, yeah, I've been kind of thinking about that more and more, and wondering how to get the people interested in what I'm doing, you know. I mean, I think I got to keep working on my playing and my performing, showmanship, a lot of crucial elements.
And confused, nothing better than that. I'm happy and confused, I don't know my time.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny, sometimes I think I just sing like a 3-line verse that makes a lot more sense than what I'm trying to ramble about. 'Cause that's pretty much, that's it, you know? Happy and confused this guy is. Trying to figure out what the next steps are without really trying to think too hard about it. Because we're just trying to, all just trying to have a good time while we can. Enjoy things, the little things, like being out in the desert, surrounded by some maniac. That's exciting. I'm sure he's harmless, you know, he's just up at weird hours of the night. But so am I. Can't really fault him for that. Or her. Female maniacs. 2022, you know. That was kind of my question for the day. When is the time to move on? Certainly not yet. Certainly not now. I want to have more adventures. I want to have more fun. I want to do more interesting things. But what? Like, it's just a question of responsibility. Like, what is our responsibility to the world? Society? Are we all obligated to contribute in some way? You know, I think that's kind of a ethical question that a lot of people kind of grapple with. So are we really fulfilling our role? Are we playing our part? I don't know. But I think I'm okay. And if you find yourself in a similar situation, I want you to know too that, you know, you're okay. Because we don't have to know these things. These things that we wonder about. I mean, give it a year. You know, what the hey, what the heck, what the gosh darn. Give it a year.
Oh, to be free, to love again.
Yeah. Give it a year. Give it some time.
To be free, to love again.
You know, we owe that to ourselves. We owe it to each other. We're in no rush. Man. some of this crazy stuff. But that's for the best, you know. I'm not here to necessarily put on like a happy face. I want to talk about how I'm feeling, and if I'm not feeling particularly strong in one moment, it doesn't mean I shouldn't do the show. Because I felt like doing it, you know? I felt like playing for Elise on my nice keyboard organ combination. And wondering about things. And, you know, whatever this ends up being, maybe it's more of you guys telling me, because I don't know. I hope someone says something, because I'm getting tired of this one-way mirror stuff. It's like I'm running out of ideas. Not that I had any to begin with, but alright, go listen. Yeah, so I think we're gonna wrap up here, but you know, this is Australopithecus and the organ, and on Australopithecus and the organ, we make an effort. We make an effort on this show to keep the show going, even when the music stops. So I'll think of some sort of witty anecdote about my time here in Tucson. Gee. Well, hey, I could talk about Nashville. That video just came out, hot and fresh. A lot on people's minds, I'm sure. Man, what a town. What a town that Nashville is. That Nashville. So I actually... This is going to go on for a little while. But, yeah, so the first night I got to Nashville was actually the night before my performance. I was thinking that I was going to play at night. I was dead wrong. There was no chance of that. Nashville's a crazy town. I was kind of driving around, I guess, the theoretical downtown of it all. And, yeah, it was kind of like, oh, this is interesting. You know, this is like kind of there's some stuff up here. It's moving. I could do something. But then somehow in my travels, I went down the hill, because Nashville's a very hilly city. And I got to Broadway. And that freaked me out. I mean, that was a surprise to me. It might seem, to anyone who's familiar with Nashville, kind of ridiculous that I wouldn't be familiar, but holy whatever, God, Nashville's got, why aren't I swearing? I can swear on this show. This is a normal show. And I swear sometimes, so I'm going to swear. Holy shit. Nashville's wild. And so, I went and I just kind of observed all the crazy goings on. Got to know the city a little bit, and then I went back down the next morning when I felt fresh. Yeah, it was fun. There's a lot of wheeling my cart. It's a heavy cart, but in the end we got to a good spot. Well, it was a spot, and I felt good about the music I was playing. I really did. Better than probably the other shows even. I felt like things were clicking. Just a little bit, anyway. Yeah, and I got most of what I needed to get done before that lady came around and she stopped me from playing. And you know what was weird about that is there was another security lady who had told me beforehand that I was okay to play there. But then this lady told me that I couldn't, so I was getting some conflicting messages. But in the end, there wasn't much I could do. But I had my fun. I did have my fun, but yeah. Security's been different this time around. This time going, I haven't really gotten too much hassle, which is nice. In the previous times I played, I would even get like police and stuff involved. But that was wild. That was when I was a bit younger, and not quite as well. I'm not polished now, but at least I kind of look the part a little bit more than I used to. Be wearing my like shirts with holes in them, like Pink Floyd shirt with a hole in it, and jeans that were ripped, and it was fine and it was fun, but a lot of the time people weren't as excited about it as I was, and so sometimes the police would get involved, and that's a tougher thing, especially for a kid to have to deal with upper authorities. Whatever. Nashville is cool. I liked Nashville, and I could live out there for a little while. I think I could make a little on the street, live by the Walmart. There's like a nook in between the Walmart and the Family Dollar. That's like basically public property, and there's like a bunch of RVs there and stuff. I made friends with someone. It was super sweet. And I could leave my trailer behind and go into Nashville. Man, it was just a cool situation. I would have stayed there a lot longer, but I felt like it was getting cold, and I wanted to go someplace warm. So, yeah, we're here in Tucson, and the weather is nice. The people are pretty nice. And overall, there's good times to be had. So, I don't know. I really don't have anything to say about that, other than COVID is bad, but we already knew that, and we're just living out here. We're trying to survive, same as the rest of the country. I mean, I hope things get better soon, but I'm not like I don't have any information, really. I have less information than someone who has not very much information. I have almost none. I only have my hunches, Got a hunch that things are gonna get better. Alright, well, on that note, I will play a few more notes. And let's see. Let's see if this does anything. Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna play a few more notes for us, and then we're gonna take it easy. Blue sky, sunshine. Alright, well, that's how it goes. Farewell, everybody, and until next time, have yourselves a safe and wonderful week.